The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm talking about the PlayStation Portable. And what I want to do is review all the compilation games that came out in the US. There's a ton of them. This is going to be a multiple part series. I thought I'd start with a few of them in this video today. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. First up is Activision Hits Remixed. And this is taking some of the first hits that Activision did for the Atari 2600 and put them on an awesome collection. Some of the best games for the Atari 2600 are available here, but also the presentation is amazing. You can inspect the cart manual box of each game. There's also a few Magic games because Activision bought the rights to them. There are also some unlockable commercials as well as patches, but the games themselves are some of the best for the Atari 2600. There is some aspect options. I wish there was more screen options for filters, but that's okay. The classics are here. Pitfall, Pitfall 2, among many more. And I think this is a great way. If you haven't checked out any 2600 games, it's a good place to start. Chopper Command, one of my very first 2600 games I played at a neighbor's house. I had some great memories playing this game. Such a classic. Then Metal Jesus Rocks, his favorite hero, is here, and it's fantastic. This is a great collection of early Activision hits, as well as a presentation. You can't go wrong with this collection of games, and it's portable, and it's all in one package, and it's very affordable. I highly recommend this collection. This is a solid one to pick up, especially if you want to relive some classics. Next up is Atari Classics Evolved, and this focuses primarily on the arcade hits Atari did, but has some awesome 2600 unlockables. And so this package includes many 2600 unlockables. I'm going to talk later about that. Tempest Battlezone, Millipede, Warlords, Pong, Asteroids, Centipede, Super Breakout, Missile Command, Lunar Lander, and Asteroids Deluxe. So you have the original arcade games, and Battlezone is awesome. I played a lot of this back in Roundtable. Each of the arcade games has an updated graphics mode. Some are hit and miss. I like some more than others. There's also challenges for each arcade game. If you unlock all the challenges, you can get the 2600 games. Also, there's you can tilt the screen 90 degrees to play games such as Super Breakout. The 2600 games that you can unlock if you get all the challenges are numerous. Unfortunately, some of the presentation offered playing these is not like the Activision hits. And so while there's a ton of 2600 games, I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't more screen options. They're trying to mimic a CRT, but I noticed that the sound was off on Missile Command. I played a lot of Missile Command back in the day. So there it is. Capcom went all out and offered one of the better compilations: 1942, 1943, 1943 Kai, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Commando, Mercs, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship, Street Fighter Hyper Fighting, just to name a few. There's not too much filler here. There's also the amazing Gunsmoke, the King of Dragons, and Knights of the Round and Echo Fighters. Here I am playing Ghouls and Ghosts, one of my favorite arcade games of all time. And it's great. It runs great. The control is awesome. I really enjoyed this collection. There's a lot of fan favorites on this one in particular. I really think that this is one of the better collection compilation games for the PlayStation Portable. This is the part I didn't really like. So you play the game and you get coins, and then you take the coins and then you have to go to a slot machine and unlock art and additional things. I think it would have been better just to play the games and unlock the artwork and things that way. They did fix it in the next compilation, but there is a lot to like here. There's many ways of playing with multiplayer as well, ad hoc, and so this is highly recommended. This is probably of the collection of games I'm talking about today. This is the one that I pick and recommend. It is great. Has a great selection of games. Highly recommended. Capcom offered another compilation, the Capcom Classics Collection, a remix, 1941, Avengers, Bionic Commando, Black Tiger, Block, Captain Commando, Final Fight, Forgotten Worlds, Last Duel, Legendary Wings, Magic Sword, Mega Twins, Quiz and Dragons, Section Z, Sidearms, the Speed Rumbler, Street Fighter, the original, Strider, Three Wonders, Varth, among extras that you can unlock. And so this one, you unlock things by playing the games, and I like this better about this collection. And so Magic Sword here, fantastic arcade game. If you haven't played it, this is a good one. This is a good collection of games. I like the other one slightly better just because I have a personal connection and some of my very favorites are on it. But Black Tiger, nice to see that represented here, often overlooked as a classic arcade game. And so I really enjoy this one. I like it on the same level as I like, like Rygar or Rastan. And so this is a good one if you haven't played this. This is a timeless classic and one you definitely need to check out. Strider's here. I recently got the Final Fight Strider Ghosts and Goblins arcade machine, so it was nice to see this one here. I'm a big fan of Strider. Played a lot of it on the Sega Genesis back in the day, and it looks great, plays great, You can tilt the screen on shooters such as 1941. I really love that, as well as many multiplayer options and extras that you can unlock playing these. This is a great collection and another one I recommend. There was a third compilation game by Capcom. It's Capcom Puzzle World. This one includes 5 games, the Buster Brother games, Block, and Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. And so the big one here is probably Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. There's awesome multiplayer options to play these. And, this collection to me was okay. I think this is going to appeal to fans of the Buster Brothers collection as well as Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. But the 5th game, Block, was already on another compilation with many other great games. And so, yeah, this game collection is not my favorite. I think it's going to appeal to people who love these games in particular, but it was just weird to have just 5 games on this when the other 2 compilations from Capcom had so many more. Now, don't get me wrong, Buster Brothers games are amazing. Here, the originals here, all 3 are here, and so Super Buster Brothers, and these games on other formats are expensive, so it's nice that this is an inexpensive game still to get. But I just think that it was kind of lacking with more game options. There's only 5 games on here, and really there's 4 great games, and Block was added to this, which was on the other compilation that Capcom did. So it's kind of strange. This is decent, but pales in comparison to the other compilations that Capcom did, in my opinion. Castlevania the Dracula X Chronicles is a combination of some decent Castlevania games, but it is kind of confusing if you pick it up wanting to play the other games on this collection because you have to unlock them. So you have to play Rondo of Blood, and you have to go through the updated version and eventually unlock Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood, or you can go online and find a save file and do it that way. So there is options. But the original is here and intact, and it's really nice to see this collection of games together. Rondo Blood and Symphony of the Night are 2 of some of the better Castlevania games. If you are a fan of 2D Castlevania games, they are amazing. And so I really liked that this collection was made, and it's really awesome to go back, especially playing on portable. Castlevania Symphony of the Night has so many great moments in it. It's Metroidvania RPG style. Collect different characters and items. It has tons of gameplay, so it's definitely more of an action RPG style game, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't played it, play it on any format. Symphony of the Night is stunning. There's a lot to it, and so these are some of the better Castlevania games. I do recommend this collection, even though it would have been nice to have all of them unlocked at the get-go. So again, this is part 1 of probably a 3-part series. I want to review and go over all the compilation games that were released in the United States. There was approximately 20 to 21 of these released, and this is the first part. What did you think? What was your favorite one today? Comment below, as I would love to hear from you. I have been playing some PlayStation Portable lately. There are so many great games. I have a decent collection for it, and I want to continue to do more videos for the PlayStation Portable in the future. Thank you again for the ongoing support. Stay safe, be well. Thank you very much. This is the Immortal John Hancock. You take care.